What if I told you that the person you see in the mirror every morning does not actually exist? We wake up, we brush our teeth, and we feel like a pilot sitting inside our heads controlling a body. But neuroscience suggests this is the greatest magic trick ever performed. You feel like a solid, continuous character in a movie, but you are actually just the screen where the movie is being projected. Before we dive deep into the rabbit hole of your mind, I have a small request regarding the visuals you are about to see. Please don't mind if the picture looks different from the narrative, as I generated it using AI to help visualize these abstract concepts. Today, we are going to look at exactly how your brain manufactures the ghost in the machine that you call I. Here are 10 mind-bending facts about the illusion of the self, and I want you to tell me which one changes your perspective the most. Fact 1. The delay of reality. The first fact is that you are technically living in the past every single second of your life. Information from your eyes and ears takes time to travel through your nerves and get processed by your brain, which means there is a significant lag between an event happening and you consciously perceiving it. Your brain waits for all the sensory inputs to arrive, stitches them together, and then presents them to you as a now moment. Even though that moment has already passed, you are not seeing reality live. You are watching a delayed broadcast that your brain has edited for smoothness. Fact 2. The split brain revelation. In the past, doctors would sometimes cut the connection between the left and right hemispheres of the brain to treat severe epilepsy, resulting in patients who seemed to have two separate consciousnesses. One side of the brain could answer questions with words, while the other side could only communicate by drawing or pointing with the left hand. Experiments showed that the left hemisphere, which controls language, would instantly invent a fake reason to explain why the left hand did something, completely unaware that it was lying. This suggests that a major part of yourself is just a narrator that makes up stories after the fact to make you feel consistent. Fact 3. The body transfer illusion. You believe your hand belongs to you because you can feel it and move it, but your brain can be easily tricked into claiming a rubber hand as its own. If scientists stroke your real hand, which is hidden, and a rubber hand, which you can see at the exact same time, your brain will remap your sensory borders. When the scientist hits the rubber hand with a hammer, you will flinch and feel genuine fear because your brain has literally adopted the object into your sense of self. This proves that your physical self is not a fixed boundary, but a mental construction that can be altered or hacked. Fact 4. Memory is a creative act. We tend to think of our memories as video files stored on a hard drive that we can play back exactly as they happened. However, every time you recall a memory, your brain is actually reconstructing it from scratch, like building a tower out of Lego bricks again. This means that every time you visit a memory, you alter it slightly based on your current mood and new information, essentially rewriting your own history. The you of the past is a fictional character written by the you of the present. Fact 5. The illusion of the pilot. We all have a strong sensation that there is a CEO inside our heads making decisions. But experiments suggest our brains decide to act before we feel the conscious urge to do so. In famous studies, brain scanners could predict a person's choice seconds before the person realized they had made a decision. This implies that consciousness might not be the captain of the ship, but rather a passenger who thinks they are steering while the autopilot does the work. Your feeling of conscious might just be a notification that your brain has already executed a command. Fact 6. The blind spot filler. Your eyes have a physical blind spot where the optic nerve connects to the retina, meaning there is a hole in your vision right now. You never notice this hole because your brain uses the surrounding data to guess what should be there and digitally paints over the gap. This is a metaphor for your entire consciousness. Your brain is constantly filling in gaps in reality to create a seamless experience for you. You don't perceive the fragmented chaos of the world. You perceive a smoothed-over simulation. Fact 7. The narrative of the ego. Neuroscientists often refer to the default mode network, a group of brain regions that light up when you are not doing a specific task. This network is responsible for your daydreaming, your worrying about the future, and your obsession with the past. It is effectively the home of your ego. When people enter deep flow states, like professional athletes or musicians, this network shuts down, and the sense of self completely vanishes. This suggests that you are not a permanent entity, but a specific brain activity that can be turned on and off. Fact 8. Change blindness. We believe we are observant of our surroundings, but experiments show we are shockingly blind to major changes in our environment. In studies where a person asking for directions is secretly swapped with a different person behind a moving object, the majority of people do not notice they are talking to a completely new stranger. Our brain only renders the details it thinks are important for survival and ignores the rest. Yourself is navigating a sparse, low-resolution version of the world, not the high-definition reality you think you see. Fact 9. The bundle theory. The philosopher David Hume argued hundreds of years ago that if you look deep inside, you will never find a self, but only a bundle of passing sensations. You find a thought, a pain, a memory, or a sound, but you never find the thinker or the feeler separate from those things. Modern neuroscience aligns with this. There is no single center in the brain where everything comes together to meet you. There is no center to the onion. There are only layers of processing that create the illusion of a whole. Fact 10. The evolutionary advantage. The final fact is that this illusion exists for a very specific and helpful reason: survival. If your brain didn't create a unified self, you would be a confused mess of sensory inputs unable to make long-term plans or protect your body. The illusion of being a single, continuous person allows you to care about your future and learn from your past. It is a useful interface, like the icons on your computer desktop, which hide the complex code running underneath. We have covered 10 ways your reality is constructed: the delay of time, the lying narrator, the rubber hand, reconstructed memory, the autopilot decision, the blind spot, the ego network, change blindness, the bundle theory, and the evolutionary purpose. I want you to pause and comment below. Which of these 10 facts makes you question your existence the most? While all of these are fascinating, the best choice to focus on is number 10, the evolutionary advantage. It is frightening to realize we are an illusion, but it is comforting to know that this illusion was built to help us survive and connect with others. Realizing that yourself is a story gives you the power to change the narrative whenever you want, because you are the author, not just the character. If you want to explore more glitches in the matrix of your mind, make sure to hit that subscribe button right now. The self that is watching this video might be an illusion, but the like button is definitely real, so please click it. I will see you in the next one, or at least, the version of me that exists in your mind will see you.